She may not be hiding her feelings from you. She may be testing whether your mind is strong enough to handle them. That truth makes some men uncomfortable. Because most men think attraction is built through attention. More replies. More compliments. More chasing. More explaining. But one common pattern in healthy attraction is this: the person who stays emotionally centered often becomes the person who feels safest. Not the loudest man. Not the most available man. Not the man trying to prove his value every 5 minutes. The centered man. The calm man. The man who can feel something deeply without letting that feeling control him. And this is where many men miss the hidden secret. Some women do not only listen to what you say. They study how you react. Not in a cruel way. Not always consciously. But emotionally. They notice your tone when plans change. They notice your face when they disagree. They notice whether you become needy when they take longer to reply. They notice if your confidence disappears the moment you feel uncertain. Because attraction is not only about chemistry. It is also about emotional safety. And emotional safety is often built in silence. Imagine this. A man is talking to a woman he likes. The conversation is going well. She laughs. She opens up. She seems interested. Then suddenly, her energy changes. Her replies become shorter. She gets busy. She does not explain everything. Now the man has 2 choices. He can panic. Or he can stay grounded. Most men do not lose attraction because they care. They lose it because they panic when they care. They overtext. They ask, "Are you okay?" 5 different ways. They start explaining their intentions too early. They try to fix a problem that may not even exist. And slowly, the energy changes. What once felt relaxed now feels pressured. What once felt natural now feels heavy. And here is the uncomfortable part. Sometimes the real test is not whether she replies fast. It is whether you can remain yourself when she does not. That is where Stoicism becomes powerful. Not the cold version people misunderstand online. Not acting emotionless. Not pretending you do not care. Real Stoicism is emotional leadership. It is the ability to feel desire without becoming desperate. To feel uncertainty without chasing control. To feel attraction without handing over your self-respect. That kind of masculine mind is rare. Because it does not beg for reassurance. It observes. It listens. It responds with calm. A woman may never say, "I am watching how stable you are," but many emotionally aware people can feel it. They can feel when a man is trying to impress. And they can feel when a man is already solid within himself. The difference is invisible. But it changes everything. A man trying to impress performs. A man who is grounded connects. A man trying to impress needs approval. A grounded man offers presence. A man trying to impress fears losing her. A grounded man knows losing himself would be worse. That is the shift. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Because the secret is not that women are hiding some magical formula. The secret is that emotional strength is often more attractive than emotional intensity. Intensity can feel exciting at first. The long messages. The constant attention. The dramatic promises. I've never felt this way before, but if it comes too fast, too soon, and too heavy, it can create doubt. Because mature attraction needs space to breathe. It grows through curiosity. Through respect. Through emotional rhythm. Through two people choosing each other without pressure. This is why the masculine mind matters. A strong masculine mind does not rush to own the moment. It allows the moment to reveal itself. There is quiet power in that. When she is warm, you appreciate it. When she is distant, you do not collapse. When she is emotional, you do not punish her. When she disagrees, you do not become defensive. When she needs space, you do not turn space into rejection. That is emotional maturity. And it is often noticed more than words. Because anyone can say, "I am different," but pressure reveals the truth. A delayed reply reveals it. A disagreement reveals it. A cancelled plan reveals it. A boundary reveals it. A woman may enjoy your humor. She may admire your ambition. She may like your appearance. But the deeper question is this: can she feel peaceful around your nervous system? That line matters. Because attraction may open the door. But emotional peace decides whether someone wants to stay. Many men think being mysterious means playing games. Ignoring her. Being unavailable. Acting cold. But real mystery is not manipulation. Real mystery is emotional depth. It is when a man does not reveal every insecurity as a demand. He does not turn every fear into a conversation she must rescue. He does not make her responsible for regulating his emotions. He has a life. He has standards. He has discipline. He has silence that does not feel empty. It feels full. That is the masculine mind at work. Not controlling her. Controlling himself. Not proving his worth. Living from it. Not chasing every emotional wave. Choosing his response. And here is the unexpected truth. The man who can walk away with respect often feels safer than the man who stays while losing dignity. Because healthy people do not want to be worshipped. They want to be met. They want someone who can love without becoming weak. Care without becoming clingy. Lead without dominating. Listen without surrendering his identity. That balance is powerful. And rare. There is a moment in many connections where a woman senses whether a man is centered or just excited. Excitement says, "Please choose me." Centered energy says, "I choose you too, but I will not abandon myself to be chosen." That difference creates respect. And respect deepens attraction. A man with a weak mind reacts to every mood shift. A man with a trained mind reads the room. He does not assume every silence is rejection. He does not turn every boundary into an attack. He does not argue for closeness. He creates a space where closeness feels natural. That is the part many men never learn. You cannot force emotional openness. You can only become the kind of presence where emotional openness feels safe. Some people open up when they feel no pressure. Some relax when they are not being analyzed. Some become softer when they sense you are not trying to win. Because connection is not a courtroom. You do not need to prove your case every day. Sometimes the strongest move is a calm reply. A steady tone. A little patience. A life that continues even when someone is not giving you constant validation. This does not mean accepting disrespect. It does not mean waiting forever. It does not mean tolerating mixed signals until you lose yourself. A masculine mind has boundaries. And boundaries are not threats. They are quiet truths. You can like someone and still step back. You can care and still observe. You can want a relationship and still refuse confusion. That is where real confidence lives. Not in arrogance. Not in pretending you have options. Not in acting like you do not care. Real confidence is calm self-trust. It says, I will show up with respect. I will communicate clearly. But I will not chase someone into clarity. That energy changes how people experience you. Because you are no longer trying to extract love. You are offering presence. And presence is magnetic when it comes from strength. Think about the men who seem unforgettable. Not because they were perfect, but because they had control over themselves. They did not explode when challenged. They did not beg when uncertain. They did not perform masculinity. They embodied it. Quietly. Consistently. Without needing applause. That kind of man does not need to announce his value. His behavior reveals it. And this is the hidden truth behind many attraction patterns. People often trust what they feel around you more than what you tell them about yourself. If your words say confidence, but your energy says fear, they feel the fear. If your words say patience, but your actions demand reassurance, they feel the pressure. If your words say respect, but your reaction punishes their independence, they feel the control. The body notices before the mind explains. That is why emotional discipline matters. Because the strongest men are not the ones who never feel insecure. They are the ones who do not let insecurity drive the car. They pause. They breathe. They choose. They understand that not every emotion deserves immediate action. Some emotions are just weather. They pass. And a man who understands this becomes difficult to manipulate. Not because he is hard. Because he is awake. He knows the difference between love and attachment. Between effort and chasing. Between patience and self-abandonment. Between communication and begging. Between leadership and control. This awareness protects his peace. And it also protects the relationship. Because he does not turn every emotional moment into a battlefield. He creates steadiness. And steadiness is deeply attractive to emotionally mature people. There is a quiet scene that explains everything. A woman pulls back a little. The insecure man fills the silence with fear. The manipulative man fills it with games. The mature man fills it with purpose. He goes to the gym. He handles his work. He meets his responsibilities. He keeps his tone respectful. He does not punish her. He does not chase her. He simply remains a man with a life. And that is when something interesting happens. The energy resets. Because pressure disappears. Now the connection has room to become real. Not forced. Not begged for. Not negotiated through anxiety. Real. This is why the masculine mind is not about winning over women. It is about winning over yourself. Because when you master your inner world, your outer world starts responding differently. You stop needing every conversation to confirm your worth. You stop reading every delay like a personal attack. You stop confusing emotional chaos with passion. You stop chasing people who only respond when you disappear. And you start choosing peace over performance. That is not weakness. That is power. The kind of power no one can give you. And no one can take from you. So maybe the secret is not what she is hiding. Maybe the secret is what your reaction reveals. Because the moment you stop trying to control how someone feels, you finally become strong enough to see whether their feelings are real.